Okay, we're on for another video. This is a high value English lesson number 15 already. Wow, it's already up there to 15. This is a really pretty tough topic. I have difficulty teaching it because it's complicated. It's hard to make it simple. And this one is the topic of the words let versus make, which is tough for my students in Japan because in Japan there's only one word that for both of these cases, and but in English we have two different words to communicate. Well, we'll get into it, and this is probably going to take about 30 minutes, so let's get into it. So both of these words have to deal with about the powerful versus the weak. That's I'm going to say. So people with power or no power. And different examples can be a student. Let's move this down. Let's say a teacher versus student, or parents versus the children, or citizens versus the police, or even like a older brother versus a younger brother, or even a human versus a pet. So one character has more power than another character, and then in between is either this word let or the word make, and then of course the main verb you're trying to communicate. So one thing that's good is that always the we're going to call this the power comes first. So let's say my teacher, and in this case we're going to go first of all, number one, work with let. And so we'll say my teacher lets, because the teacher is single, so we need that S there. Let's the students. Okay, so then they're going to be the we'll say these are the weak, or have no power. Let's the students play Pokemon in class. All right, so that's the pattern. The pattern is you got the strong character or the powerful, and then followed by the people or character with no power, or the weak one, we'll say. Now, but why is it let? So when I try to explain this, I would say it is something that number one, the weak want it. Yes, please, please, it's our request. We want it. And then number two, the powerful says, okay, okay. Yes, you can. And that's why a textbook says it's about permission. It gives permission to the student, to the child, to the pet. So in this case, let's move this down. In this case, yeah, the students want Pokemon. The teacher says, okay, yeah, go ahead. You can. All right. So let's use another one. Let's make another one. So how about my father lets, because again, that's singular, lets me drive his car. Okay, so that communicates, yep, I want the car. Father says, okay, right? So yeah, that's what it does. In that one word let, it communicates so many things that the first character, this is the strong one, this has the power. The next character does not, has no power. And then it also communicates this is the drive the car. That's what the weaker character wants, and the powerful says, Yes, you can. So it's complicated. It's complex. Just that one word, let, really communicates a lot of things. Now, if that's tricky, let's now go to the negative version. So how about, let's say the police didn't let me go home. Okay, so didn't let. Now what's good though is that still it's let. So that's and first of all, police has the power. Me, I have no power in this case. But still, I want go home. So that's the thing I want. And then police say no. So they did not give what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, it's luckily it's still let means that the weaker character wants something. They want to go home. But let's even go, often a textbook talks about my mother, my father, my boss, or, these pretty easy power systems or control systems. But let's use a more normal case, like Uniqlo didn't let me return my shirt, for example. So this is now, you don't really think about Uniqlo as this powerful person, but they do control, the money, or they control your money because you gave it to them. So let and make, it's about power, but also about kind of control. Who has the control of something? In this case, your money. So that means, again, number one, I want to return. I want my money. I don't want this shirt. Oh, come on. Oh, Uniqlo says no. Okay, they didn't let me. Okay, so there you go. Okay, 8, we gotta go. So that's 4 examples there of let, doesn't let, didn't let. It does take practice. But now let's go to the second style. This is make. So same thing. It's about kind of power or, control of things, and this one I explain as, we'll say A, the weak doesn't want something. I don't want to do that. Or some character says no, if I could, no, I don't want to do that. And then the powerful wants. They want it. Okay. Powerful wants it. Okay. So, of course, let's get some examples. Now, always the powerful goes first. So let's say my mother made us, meaning me and my brother and sister, made us eat broccoli. Okay. So in this case, this means that we didn't want broccoli. No, it looks too strange. I don't like it. I don't want it. Mother wants us to eat broccoli. Okay. And so that's what happened. But still, same pattern, powerful, made, and then the weaker, and then what? Eat broccoli. Okay. How about, let's use even another big example. So the government, they have power over the people, makes, because government is single, makes. The government makes the people pay taxes, right? You if you live in the country, you must pay. It they make you pay. And yeah, again, people don't want to pay. I mean, they don't want to give their money away. If they had the option, they might say, okay, no, thank you. The government wants. Where's that money? There you go. Wants the money. Okay. All right. So there's two examples where, yeah, in both cases, the weaker character, I don't want to do that. But the powerful says, well, I don't care. You must. Okay, now let's go to the negative version. So this is slightly different as I explain it. Let's say, my boss doesn't make me work on the weekends. Okay, so same thing here though. So that it does sound like it communicates, I don't want Saturday, Sunday. I don't want that. And it could be, I kind of explain it that, my boss maybe wants it. He doesn't make me work on the weekends. Hey, I think we'll just say for the sake of remembering, yeah, my boss wants it, but is kind. That's maybe I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Is kind, says it's okay. I won't order you. I won't make you. It's hard to explain it without saying make, but is kind, or is kind, or friendly. All right. Let's say let's use my other examples. So, I don't know. No. Still keep it simple. What's my other example? Let's see. Should I use a police again? Let's say the police didn't make me, didn't make me pay a traffic ticket. Okay, so okay, yeah, still, I don't want to pay. I don't want to do that. The police maybe wants it. They might want to give the ticket. They might say, okay, you did something, you have to pay. Police maybe wants the ticket, wants that, where's that money? Wants that money, but is kind. Say, no, you don't have to. It's okay. You can go. Police didn't make me pay a traffic ticket. Didn't make. All right. Yeah, it even just the positive and negative versions are tricky. Let, doesn't let, make, doesn't make. But then so it's really two times two, positive, negative times, don't and, make and let. So it gets really complicated. And actually, let's just use some of these. So let's see what happens if we switch these around. So this is back to the make. So my mother made us eat broccoli. My mother let us eat broccoli. Now that is correct. There is no mistake here, but it's a little bit strange because if you imagine it, the children are saying, "Oh, please, can we eat broccoli? Can we get it?" And the mother says, okay, you can, that is possible. That could be, but it's a little bit strange. Okay. So yeah, make is the more typical, the more natural or normal situation. Let's say the government lets the people pay taxes. In this case, that means the people, they want to pay. Oh, please, can we pay? Can we give you the money? And the government says, yes, you can. So that's very crazy. This is perfect English, no mistake. But the motivation of the weaker people and the stronger government doesn't make sense. It's too strange. Okay, so this is another good example where we're finishing with the correct or, no mistakes English. You have to understand what is the motivation of the message. Like what are you trying to communicate? So again, this should be makes. Now, what about this one? My boss doesn't make me work on the weekend. My boss doesn't let me work on the weekends. Now, this one is different. Now, let's think about this. So in this case, let's make some space. In this case, this means I want to work. I want to work. I want to get more money. And so, but the boss says no. Why? Well, I don't know. He doesn't like me, or she doesn't like me. Already people there. I don't know. But this changes the motivation that I want to work. Okay, so in this one could be either way. My boss doesn't make me. I don't want. So yes, thank you. My boss doesn't let me. Hey, I want work. I want the money. Let's do even another one. Let's say my boss makes me work overtime. So overtime is, more than 8 hours working. My boss makes me. Okay, you have to stay 10 hours, 12 hours. You have to. I'm the boss. So that in this case, makes is the worker, or the worker. I don't know. I don't want overtime. Boss wants me to do overtime. So, right, that makes sense. Now, what about this one? My boss lets me work overtime. What? Who would do that? If you can get more money, I want overtime, because often or sometimes the wage, where is that? Where's that dollar? There it is. The wage is higher. You might get double time or time and a half. So, oh yeah, I want overtime. And my boss says, okay, yeah, you can. Right? So in both of these ones, it depends on the motivation of both sides. Okay. And yeah, so if you always had trouble with this, yeah, I agree. It's complex. It's difficult for me to teach. But hopefully these two examples show you how it could be my boss doesn't make me work. Either one, or not either one, but each one communicates a different message, a different set of motivation. My boss makes me work overtime. So this one too, each version has a different message. So, but sometimes it's too strange. My government lets people? No, that would be very strange. Okay. So do I get some more? Let's see. Let's try one more. Like this. Like or let's see. Let's see if I got an even simple one. Try putting maybe another good exercise is putting them together. Let's say the bar made me pay with cash. Okay, so the bar has the control. They say, here's the bill, you must pay, and you must pay with cash. They made me pay with cash because they didn't let me use my credit card. So that means I wanted to use credit card. They said no, and then they said you must use cash, and I don't want to do that. So both of these, if you got them both together, try putting them right next to each other. I don't want cash. I want card. Bar says no cash. Pay. Oh no. Whoop, confused myself. No card. Pay with cash. Okay. So yeah, just go slowly. It's not simple. There's all kinds of topics. This is actually, for example, the law. The law. If you live in a country with a government that has, the powers are in the law. The law makes you drive under the speed limit. Okay, so the law, which of course is the police represent the law. So the law, but the written version makes you drive on the speed limit, and it doesn't let you drive too fast. So this is kind of the same meaning in one sentence. Okay, and yeah, the law is kind of the most powerful thing in most countries. So yeah, this language is not simple because it goes to the highest, most expert levels of English, the law, the government. All right. Okay. So one more thing is the word sometimes allowed. For example, you are not allowed to smoke on the train. Okay, so now this is complicated. You are not allowed. That's actually the passive style, are, and then past tense allowed. So you are not allowed, by the law. But let's say we don't have to say that, by the law. And then you need another verb, to smoke on the train. So this is actually, it is a bonus topic. To allow. To allow, I'm gonna explain. It means to say okay. Okay. To say okay, to be, let's say to be okay. To be okay. So you are not allowed. So not okay. Not okay to smoke on the train. So this is, passive style, passive tense, where we don't say the acting person, because often there are governments or institutions or companies. So it would be a little, we don't really want to, maybe some cases we don't want to speak that way. So let's say, let's see. My gym lets me use their shower. Okay, my gym lets me use. No, that is correct. No mistake here, but it is, maybe it's a little strange to say my gym lets, as though the gym is a building or the gym is a business. So usually the word let has a more alive or dynamic character. The gym is not a character. Maybe I'll say it like that. So in this case, we might say, I am allowed to use the shower at my gym. That I think that's a little bit more normal, because maybe I'll say that right now. That's a gym is not a character. Like the other ones, the police, my boss, my mother, my father, even the government is a kind of character. You can imagine it, but the gym is, a building. Or let's say, Netflix, let's say, doesn't let my family watch movies on 2 screens. So the basic Netflix is 1 screen only. If they sense you're watching 2 things, they say, no, you cannot do that. So again, this is maybe a little bit strange. Netflix is a website. It's not really a character you can imagine. There's no face. There's no voice. So it might be a little bit more normal, more natural, say, you know, you're only allowed to watch Netflix on one screen or one device unless you pay yeah, we'll say you are allowed. So again, passive tense, you're only allowed to watch on one device. So maybe that's how I'll explain it. So it's for governments, companies, maybe websites which are not non-characters, or like there's no real face or voice. So often we'll say that. Okay, so allow, that's another topic. I just squeeze it in here, but the main point is just to practice make, let, doesn't make, and just keep practicing, and think about the motivations of the it's complicated. Who has the power, and then what are the motivations, right? The wants. Who wants it? And that will help to design, is it make or let, or doesn't make or doesn't let? And then, allow is, we often use that too. Anyway, so this video, that's enough. So if you have any examples, put them down in the comments, and I'll try to help you with it, and we'll see you in the next video.